Oh, shit. Damn. That looks kind of cooked. Honkai Star Rail Tierlist, whatever. Feb 2025. The most popular tier list for Honkai Starbucks for Memory of Chaos, Pure Fiction, as well as Apocalyptic Shadows. Now, I do believe that there shouldn't be any major updates aside from the inclusion of Aglaea. I personally am very interested to see how is she performing with two other lightning crit DPS, namely our general and my ex-wife, right? So let's just jump straight in. I ain't gonna stall none of that. So categories and text updates. So I think these are quite literally partner, something that my chat would never have. Okay, the character is incredibly reliant on being partnered with one specific character in order to function at the highest level. Surely this is not Aglaea and Sunday. Our characters marked with this tag will perform one tier 1, but sometimes even more tiers lower than their listed position on the tier list without those characters alongside. Okay, yo, Ender, I swear, we have to have a better name than this, man. Because this is giving me PTSD, you know? This is giving my chat PTSD. All them single fucks out there. We have to have a better name than partner, right? Maybe Reliance or something like that, right? So a better name would be very, very good. Wah! And now the despair, they're crying now. Change log. Let's peep this. Okay, Aglaea. With the release of Aglaea, we're adding the tech partner, placing Aglaea on the tier list, updating Sunday's ratings, and addressing the current state of flux the endgame has found itself in the post 3.0 world. As we flagged out in previous updates, all three modes are going to a shift for a more AoE focused. Well, Pure Fiction was always AoE, so now it's AoE plus. Chat, I do want to say though, this is not really pertaining to tiers, but is it just me or is like the latest Pure Fiction no longer a baby mode? Now, you know how we always say Pure Fiction got like a lot easier? Yeah, not when like Argentina is at 12 million HP. It's actually is no longer as easy as people once it is. Like I think we could all collectively agree, Pure Fiction back then it used to be the easiest mode. You could just fun button, and now I wouldn't say it's that straightforward anymore. Might be a topic for another day, but let's just move on. Right, we are fully aware that some characters are rated too high, especially characters with single target focus or those who don't measure well against the new enemies or vulnerabilities. With that said, we want to avoid repositioning a character incorrectly. To ensure this doesn't happen, we're waiting for the next phase of Pure Fiction and Memory of Chaos to make major changes, right? So that is why we've only added Aglaea to the list and adjusted the position of a single character majorly affected by her release. Okay, so I guess it's just Aglaea on Sunday, and then I think next week is MoC reset, if I'm not wrong. Wait, no, 2 weeks later is MoC reset, and then afterwards it's gonna be Apoc 4 weeks later. Pure Vision just finished, so they're cooking right. Under the right conditions and the right team, with the correct build and speed tuning, Aglaea can be and is one of the strongest damage dealers in the game when it comes to raw numbers, making her quite a threat, specifically in the best endgame mode, Memory of Chaos. With that said, similar to past character release, we have decided to commit a conservative placement for her initially. We're confident Aglaea has what it takes to achieve tier 0 under ideal conditions, but we want to see how she'll perform in the hands of the community, with a variety of different investments, relic quality, team, and tuning levels. Like with D Herta, you can expect the update on Aglaea shortly after release. I think that is very fair. I do want to say this particular thing though. This team, right? This team that you're talking about. Let's just be real, guys. There's not a lot of room here. For like D Herta, I think it's quite flexible, right? You run out of Sunday, you run out of Barbarian, you run out of Savage, run out of D Herta, run out of Remembrance Unit. I think it's quite flexible. I don't think there's a lot of wiggle room with Aglaea when it comes to how big of a gap can you allow her to have with regards to specifically with or without Sunday, right? But let's just move forward to see the impact of Sunday. So with Aglaea, Sunday gains another top tier DPS especially in MoC as a character that is mandatory for some, And a top choice for others in MoC, we are finally moving to tier 0. Okay, I have not seen this mandatory word for a while, guys. Because mandatory, it quite literally means a must, right? Required by law. By law, guys. So if you don't have Sunday, you die. You know, Ender will come down to your house and burn it down, bro. Required by law. This is a very, very strong word that I'm seeing over here, right? Please stop. You have no Sunday, kill. Characters with the partner tag are incredibly reliant on being paired with one other specific character in order to function at the highest level. Characters marked with this tag will perform one blah blah. I think it was the same as just now. We are at, ooh, okay. So there's a lot more then. Acheron with Jiao Qiu, Aglaea with Sunday, and Jingyuan with Sunday. Okay, let us know how you feel about the partner tag and if you think additional characters should be there. Yeah, Fei Xiao with Babin, I think that's one. I don't want to piss off the break community, so let's just move on. But yeah, Fei Xiao with Babin, I think is gonna be pretty important here, right? Okay, let's take a look at the actual tier list itself. I believe they are updating Pure Fiction. Apocalyptic is not getting an update anytime soon, so MoC will be the first to go. Let's see. I'm calling Gaja's Mac right now. Oh, there's no more peace, love, and happiness? Oh, okay, yeah, okay, never mind. Yep, Gaja's Mac doesn't want to, anyways, a Sunday is now tier 0 with Babin and Ranmei. And the new inclusion of Aglaea is placing her in the same category as Acheron, Boothill, Reba, and Yunli. And then tier 0 is going to be Fei Xiao, Firefly, and Herta. Everything else, it pretty much remains unchanged. Jingyuan is the only tier 1. I think that is fair. Rest of these units are more or less cooked. Yeah, any comments that we had previously, I wouldn't repeat them over here. So let's just specifically focus on Aglaea and Sunday. So first of all, Sunday. Does Bro deserve to be in tier 0? I think me personally, hell yes. Bro is ubiquitous. I think he's gonna play a very, very major role in the upcoming stages. And let's just put it into this perspective, right? I have a new free-to-play account called Bob. Bob is strongly considering skipping Babin because in the event that we get a Sunday rerun in the future, Sunday is going to impact Bob's account more than Babin. So I'll just put it at that way. Whether or not 3B is going to be a thing, we'll just wait for 3B's release. But between Robin and Sunday, especially as we approach the version 3 going forward, I think Robin now is still performing exceptionally well, especially with Mimos and everything. But Sunday is doing something that Babin can't. The energy. Aglaea is the first example of a unit that has a 350 energy cost. Babin can't really fix that, aside from the additional hits, which are still really good for Aglaea, by the way. They're still gonna be applying a lot more additional damage. But if they release more and more units that are starting to tie towards this energy mechanic, I think Sunday's role is gonna be quite important, right? Herta has a lot of energy. Aglaea, even though Bob is not putting Aglaea, who knows what's happening with like Cassius and Minor. Unless Cassius doesn't use an energy like Sunday. But I digress, right? Let's just move forward right now. Aside from Sunday being tier 0, I feel like we should start to trim down a little bit more, which is I feel like Fuchs' position with Ranmei might see some change. I do like this exo toughness by the bit. I don't know if she's strong enough to swap with Ranmei, but I think Fuchs is pretty up there. Me personally, I would make the swap at E0 S0. Even at E1 versus E1, I would still put Fuchs, because Fuchs E1, in my opinion, is way stronger than E1 Ranmei, which is simply just a defense multiplier, while hers literally makes you break a lot faster. So that would be the only other change I would solve here. Not at E0. Nah, fuck you. Alright, anyways, T0. Aglaea in the same tier as Acheron, Hill, Reba, and Yunli. So she is gonna be premiering in the same tier as Acheron. And then this is gonna be half a tier higher than Jingyuan. Pause. If you check the data, Firefly performs on similar level if you pair her with Ranmei plus HMC or Fugue plus HMC. Ranmei isn't a must for her anymore. In the Prydwen CEO's direct quote, right? So it is what it is. I think this partner thing, right? It has to be really like properly locked in, cause even between Jiao Qiu and Acheron and like Jingyuan with Sunday or even like Fei Xiao with Babin, I don't think the impact is as much as Aglaea with Sunday. Like the differential in terms of performance. But then again, this tier list is assuming you are always performing them with their best in slot team, right? You're already assuming that everybody's having their best in slot team, right? This is gonna be Firefly with both you and Ranmei. There's gonna be Fei Xiao, the Babin team, the Fart team. There's gonna be the yeah. So like, if we're already assuming that it is best in slot, I would feel that Aggie with Sunday, Babin, Hui may very well contend up here for tier 0. In fact, some could argue at this point, Bro needs to drop down half a tier. That's pretty much it, right? That's pretty much it. Because you can't have like, okay, unless they give like what, 4 tier 0s? Unless they give 4 tier 0s. I think my rationale for why 5... I'm not smacking out, by the way. I don't hate Firefly. I have an E6 Firefly, by the way. Alright, I'm not smacking out. I think Firefly is still a very good DPS at tier 0, especially for the casuals. You know, they want to implant the fire winners. That's a target order. I think that's still fine and dandy, right? But I think 4 tier 0s might be a little bit excessive. And in terms of like the performance of a unit, right? I do think that the output is probably gonna be much more substantial. In the future, I think an example of why I think this is the case is so because we have seen Firefly's flaws or like the struggles that she faced against 5 target content, specifically this time's pure fiction, right? Back then, it was still pretty easy. It's not that straightforward. Now even with like an E2 Firefly, you know, my rank 1 Firefly main is getting cooked. Alright, and if this continues, who knows, maybe even Fei Xiao might go down. Straight up, right? Because they are not really that insane compared to the environment that's gonna be coming. But then again, at this point, there are gonna be speculations, right? So we can't really tell unless the MoC finally updates in 10 days. So we're gonna see how it performs. But we also know every single MoC update, specifically the one that's coming up, is gonna be really good for units like Aglaea, right? They are basically making the next MoC to shield her, right? It is the Aglaea MoC. So if she's not tier 0 by next MoC, I don't know who the fuck will be, right? So after the next MoC is where I want to see how units are gonna be performing, because then I don't think that shielding for her anymore is probably gonna be either Tribi or Mighty shielding. So hopefully she can still kind of match up, because I am almost positive 3.2 is coming out for casters, and then by then you might want to consider which one is gonna be at a better value for your account, right? So that is pretty much it for this change. I think for now it's still kind of chilling. Pure fiction. Oh shit. Damn. That was kind of cooked. She is 1.5 tiers lower than Jingyuan. She's half a tier lower than Kafka. Wait, is she the lowest limited lightning DPS? Aglaea is the worst limited lightning DPS for pure fiction. Damn, that is crazy. That is quite crazy. Kafka is AoE out. Ooh, I think I can't really comment because I haven't even played Aglaea in this rotation. We'll find out. Put a pin on it. Leave a comments down below. Is Aglaea the worst lightning DPS? It bros on the same day as Kelala, bruh. Just say she is the oh, Sarah is once again instigating. Sarah believes that Aglaea is the worst limited lightning DPS. So, Okay, we'll find this out very, very soon the moment I finish my dinner afterwards. Right? So everything else essentially unchanged. I don't think we need to talk too much about it. Apoc Shadows. What? She's worse than Jingyuan as well? Oh, that's kind of crazy, bruh. She's the same tier as Himeko. It's kind of crazy because if you take a look at this graph, right? Himeko is combined 3.5 score, like 3.5. The lower the better. Aglaea is also 3.5. I know this is not a metric of measurement at all. This is just like Pokke's random ass metric. But she literally has the same combined tier as a standard 5-star. That is legitimately quite crazy. Boot Hill, the tier 5 man. Okay, and everything else is just unchanged, right? Sunday is not getting buffs yet. I don't think Bro got buffed in Pure Vision as well. Oh, they're all in the same tier. Okay, it's the same photo. Yeah, I have to find this out for myself, man. I actually have to find this out for myself, so... And now we return after doing our own testings real quick, you know, because I'm wholly overworking. My editors are wholly overworking. Now that we have a little bit more of a first-hand experience with regards to Aglaea's performance in MoC Pure Vision and Apoc Shadows, once again, you know, as much as I would like to keep everybody at E0, S0, fucking Miho just doesn't want to give us the disabled items, so I can't really have the absolute best reflection of a performance. But from what I've seen just now with the exact same team, I do think that if we are gonna be giving her tier 2, right? Yo, we might want to swap this around. Like, for example, give this tier 2 to Apoc, and then give this tier 1 to Pure Vision. I think if we do that, that would be a little bit more reflective of like the experience of running Aglaea. I think Memory of Chaos, frankly speaking, it is just a matter of time she goes up to tier 0. Because next MoC, they are shilling the fuck out of Aglaea with the energy buff. I've already seen it from the creator early access. So she's most likely going to be the fastest clearing unit in MoC, right? Then we just have to see how this is going to be like going forward after that subsequent MoC. And I think for Pure Vision as well as Apoc, they are most likely also going to be catering some kind of buff to Aglaea as well. Because let's just be real, guys. Do you guys really think they're going to release a DPS that remains in tier 2? Before we even got the first Remembrance DPS? Fuck no, right? So eventually, Apoc and Pure Vision, they are most likely also going to be giving us a buff that can make her stronger. So I would say, take that with a pinch of salt in the future, and her performance will probably not be as crazy as it looks, right? I am very, very skeptical about Aglaea, me personally. And this is coming from the rank 1 Hojo, if I can say so myself, right? So I do think she's still pretty fun, right? Because, okay, guys, is she not fun? I feel like she's still pretty fun to play. Like, Tierlist aside and everything, dude, look at this shit, bro. I feel like she's still pretty fun to play. And the whole is a brand new concept of like rapid fire DPS, right? Where she goes like infinite amount of turns, and again and again and again and again and again, the speed tuning as well as the energy management for Aglaea is everything. If you cannot handle this energy cost issue as well as the speed tuning issue, her performance will suck ass cheeks by a lot. It's quite literally like disregarding the Sunday, right? Even if you have Sunday, even if you have Babin, if you don't have the ability to solve her energy problems or the ability to speed tune her properly, which is a 2x speed, then her performance is definitely gonna be a completely different unit, even if you're using the exact same team, right? So with that, we would also come to the end of our Prydwen Aglaea tier list update. Is Aglaea the worst limited 5-star ever? Okay, something less war. What happened to Aglaea? I think that is pretty good, right? What happened to Aglaea? So with that, we have also come to the end of our tier list update featuring her ass cheeks. Word of the day is gonna be, I will still smell her. Join Twitch, join YouTube, join Discord, join Twitter, all of it. See you guys next time. Take care.